I'm Otto Dassing, and you are listening to the Punk Rock Libertarians Podcast, episode 321. Tonight, I'm joined by Jared Schneiderman.
What up, guys?
Kyle Wagner.
Hello.
And special guest, Derek from Burning Boots Podcast.
Hey, man. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah,
What's
man.
up, dude?
Thanks for coming on.
Yeah, dude. Anytime. Not
So
for
what are you
the
guys
after
up
hours,
to?
though.
Oh, not for that.
always gonna say no to those.
Derek is not involved in the after hours.
Yeah, that's my new Twitter.
He is permabanned by himself. All right. So what do we got today, Otto?
Today is the infamous 2-year anniversary of the Great Zucking, the Great Purge, the Big Zucchini. Zucking. That was it was October.
Yeah, you have to fill me in on this because I don't even know. I don't know what happened. What happened? You got banned on Facebook?
Yeah, 2 years ago today. It was Black Thursday. We all went to go sign in at the same time. We all went to go sign in, and Facebook signed us out, made us show us an ID of our everyone who was the admin on our page. We had to show an ID to get back on Facebook.
You had to show your physical ID?
Yeah. They made us take pictures of it.
Did you do it? I guess you did.
Yeah.
Wait, no, it wasn't ID. It was a photo. For me, it was a photo.
They said photo
you
ID.
holding your ID?
Well, no. It was just a photo of me. Like I just took a selfie.
That's right. It was a photo of our face. That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
It wasn't like your driver's license. It was like just a selfie.
Yeah.
But they do that shit now. They make you show your fucking ID.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Fuck that,
To
dude.
get your account unlocked.
Nah, fuck that.
Yeah.
If that happens, I'm just done with Facebook forever.
What do you guys think prompted it?
I think it happened. So it was with everyone. Like this was Free Thought Project, Police the Police, Cop Lock, all those sites got taken down all at once. This was like a month after they got rid of.
So Derek, this was our original page that we had started back in like 2000. I think the page was started in like 2012, maybe. Yeah. And it had like 190,000 likes on it.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Yep.
And yeah, just in overnight, or I guess it was over the morning, they just took down the page. And yeah, the reasoning they gave was that so we had this thing that we were doing with the Free Thought Project where they made us admins on their pages and then we granted them admins on our pages, right? So we would post our podcast and other articles on their page, and then they would post on our page. And so the reasoning was that we were involved in like spamming, because the Free Thought Project had this agreement with like probably like 30 other pages that they would, let them post on it. But the real reason I think, aside from just, the general censorship, was that right after Zuck had gone to Congress, this was like the first time he went to Congress, and they were like, you need to do something about this.
That was already
election
2 years
interference
ago?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yep, 2 years ago today.
That feels like this year, maybe like late last year. It's crazy.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I think that's what really, it was like, well, if we just do, if we do do something for show, make an example of all these pages and show them that, that we're not going to promulgate this Russian propaganda anymore, so, but, we're still here. We only have, how many fans do we have? Like 10,000.
Yeah.
We just made another one immediately.
Yeah.
And we're still here, at least at this point. Although our group now for our group, we have to approve every post that goes down in the group.
Yep.
Every post has to get approved.
Yeah, that happened to my group too.
Which group? Kyle Wagner's Global Minarchy?
No, Anarcho-Capitalism versus Minarchism debate group. So we've been... we've had a number of flags for false news and a couple for like bullying and stuff like that. But really, the group
has that.
Yeah, the group has been fairly tame for a group with 10,000 people. Like, I was looking at it because I'm like, okay, what prompted this? And it really hasn't been bad, all things considered. So I was really surprised, but it's just been a headache. I constantly, all day long, have to approve posts, and it's a burden on my moderators and everything. So
I would just
say
annoying. Fuck that noise.
It's not a burden on me.
That's crazy.
Thanks, Phil.
Do you guys have any like Facebook presence on Burning Boots?
No, we started out trying to do Facebook, and then just said fuck that. We just went to Twitter.
Okay.
Which has been
pretty
fun.
Kind of move.
It was more fun for us than Facebook ever was.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like getting plugged in with the Liberty Twitter aspect of it, and like all the people there, like all the other Liberty podcasters. Everybody is just kind of interacting.
Yeah.
Shit posting together. It's pretty fun.
Yeah, it seems like there's a bit more of like a community on Twitter as far as like the Liberty movement.
It's way more like open to allow for that. I always kind of felt like Facebook was more closed. Like you post to your wall on your group or your page.
Right.
Whereas like Twitter, you just fucking post to literally anything that is out there, any piece of content, and then it becomes a thread.
Right.
Did you see what's that new one that's competing with Twitter now? Parler. Have you heard about that? I think for that one, that's kind of like Gab. Like it was like their response to Twitter's policing of speech and all this kind of bullshit. So some guy made this app called Parler, and I think it's basically the same thing as Twitter, except
it's kind of like right-wing Twitter, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like it's like conservative Twitter.
Right.
Because they're not open
to show your ID to sign up for them.
You do?
Yes.
Oh, that's fucked up.
Isn't
also, I've heard they banned porn.
I don't know. Twitter?
No. Twitter allows porn. Twitter is very pro porn, but like I heard Parler has
very pro porn.
Very pro all kinds of
You can't swear on Twitter though, evidently. They have this like no cursing thing going on now.
What?
Which blows my mind. Yeah, people swear all the fucking time on Twitter. Nobody seems to
I thought no, you know what I've noticed on Twitter though, if you swear, you get relegated to that like other comments thing that you have to click.
Yeah.
You know? Like the see more.
That's part of shadow ban.
They
do that on your entire account though on Twitter for like a limited, a brief period of time. Yeah.
That's wild.
I know that's a quick way to get banned too. If you ever like swear and like tag a blue check, if they report that shit, you're done, dude. They'll put you in Twitter jail for a week.
So you get
all this fucking social media shit just sucks, man. It's just hard. I just can't even fucking stand it most of the time because you just can't. It's not even that fun. It just ruins the fun of it. Like I wish that I gotten into Twitter back whenever, I don't know, before they started banning a bunch of fucking people.
Well, that's how it was in the early days of Facebook. Was like you would post.
That's true.
I mean, we were gaining followers. We were getting like thousands of followers a day. We would post like some like fire meme, in 2013, which would have been like had a cat in it or something, and then you would get like, just like 10,000 new fans. Like they were just rolling in. Like everybody, all of our fans saw like every post we had. And then at some point they just like threw the brakes on it and just introduced the algorithm, as they say. And and then they eventually just banned us.
Yeah, they killed your reach, right?
Your algorithm. Yeah, that's the name of the Indian guy that they hired to go through and just block and delete all of the right-wing propaganda.
My name is algorithm.
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 Oh man. Yeah, we should. But it was funny.
I have. My team members are all it needs.
Mine too, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. That's funny.
That's funny.
It isn't funny.
So, yeah. All right. So, what else we got, Phil? We've commemorated. Now it's time to move on.
So apparently, everyone freaked out this week because a fly landed on Pence's head.
Yeah.
There's so many unfunny jokes. So many unfunny jokes. Just terrible shtick all around.
It wasn't
there like an
happened to Obama either? Remember the Obama debating?
Yeah, it happened to Hillary Clinton too.
Yeah, it just fucking happens.
And you know why? I mean, of course, you know why they made it such a big deal. I mean, clearly, because it happens to Pence.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so, and then they do a whole SNL skit on it or something.
And everyone, oh god, and everyone's. It's funny because during the even the left liberals I'm friends with, they were like, I can already not laugh at SNL's planned sketch for this.
Yeah. But dude, speaking of
terrible.
SNL, did you see the Bill Burr the Bill Burr monologue or whatever? Or
I saw that.
Yeah,
that was pretty epic, dude.
What'd he say?
He was just shitting on white women. It was amazing.
Oh, I gotta see that.
But it was almost like white. It was almost like saying, "Yeah, white women, you deserve the same lecturing we deserve, like as white men." I'm like,
That's not really what he was saying.
Yeah, that's not the message I got from that either.
No, I got it's like white women are trying to capitalize on like the actual movement. Oppression. Yeah, like the actual oppression that's occurring. They're like, oh, this is for us too. It's like, no, you live in a nice little Victorian home in fucking suburban America. Like, shut your mouth.
But you could say that about a bunch of rich minorities too, which he didn't.
Sure.
If he would have had serious balls if he did that.
Yeah, I mean, there's always
it would have pissed off his rich black wife, I'm sure. Sure, that had to be an approved joke to some degree.
Wait, is she rich because of him or just rich on her own?
Nah, she was already pretty wealthy before him too.
What does she do? Is she an actress?
She like writes and directs movies and acts. Yeah.
Oh, badass.
Did anybody watch the VP debate?
No. Not the whole thing. No. I watched like the first 10 minutes, and it was. I mean,
the VP. I'm sorry. No, I didn't fucking. Yeah, I couldn't watch 5 seconds of it, dude. Between the moderator's voice and then like Kamala talking, and then I was just like, skip. I just got to hear man talk, and I finally get to Pence, and I was like, I can't even listen to this, dude. I don't know. It's so boring.
I mean, it was definitely boring, but I was just kind of watching like the dynamic. I thought the dynamic was interesting because I don't know. Pence seemed just very kind of calm, bordering on smug the whole time, which I thought was kind of funny. And Kamala was like trying to put on her best, like, like
I'm talking.
Yeah.
that shit. Oh
that
god,
crazy
that
fucking smile, dude.
Yeah.
I wanted to like punch something. She was like, excuse me,
funny,
I'm
dude.
talking. Yeah, I'm talking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Did you see the accompanying articles to this on like
I can only
usual
imagine.
suspects? It's like what was the one I posted? It was kind of funny. It was actually Fox News, and it was like Fox News. They're as bad as anyone else, but sometimes they have these little jabs that are kind of like funny and smart. And they had this one. It was just like, Kamala Harris, complains about how there was this. It was AOC. Oh, I'm sorry. That triggers you, Phil. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez.
Yeah.
Wait, why is
Phil doesn't like
AOC?
me to abbreviate her name because it's like LBJ
syllables.
or something.
And I don't care. I don't care because that's what they want. Because they want you to associate her with FDR and JFK. They want her to be the next in line.
Phil?
Yeah, who's they, Phil?
The left liberal establishment, and the Illuminati, and the lizard people. They all fucking want it.
I don't know, man. I think AOC is from people like me who don't care and don't want to remember her entire name.
Yeah,
I still don't even know.
People,
I can't
people
spell
like
her
Derek
name.
who want to disassociate.
You put a gun to my head and say her name correctly, and I swear to God, I can't do it. I don't.
You should say Breonna Taylor.
Say what?
Say Breonna Taylor, bro.
Say her name.
I thought it was
Get
like
off of our podcast.
Is it Breonna? No, it's Breonna.
Breonna.
I've heard Breonna, man. I don't know. Anyway,
you only hang out with
spelled like Breonna.
No, but what was I saying? Oh yeah, she had some post where she was like, "This is just this is the typical thing that women have to deal in the workplace, just men talking over them all the time." And so like Fox News was like, AOC complains about male female dynamic in debate with 2 women versus 1 man or something like that. It was like 2 women and 1 man because like it was Pence and then 2 women, and it's like, okay,
I don't know. It was pants.
What's that?
The pants and 2 women.
Right.
I said it sounded like it was pants.
Oh yeah.
Mike Penis is his actual name.
Mike the Peen.
Mike.
Was he interrupting her a lot?
I didn't notice that. Yeah, I mean that's why it's bullshit. It's just like she tried to make it this thing, but it's like you literally had 2 women and 1 man. Like how was that? Like what?
It's just the most stupid shit ever. Yeah. She's an awful human being, and
that's how much Pence rocked. It was 2 women and 1 man, and you still walk away just being like, God, like the man just talked too much. That's all I heard.
Yeah.
Sounds like he won.
I mean, that's what I
That's
said.
how it was
Your
with
guess is
Trump,
good as
though.
mine.
Trump was just interrupting the shit out of Biden the entire time.
Mhm.
Or, I'm sorry. Biden. Yeah, that was actually a very interesting debate watch. I'm sure you guys already fucking talked about that, but that one was actually interesting.
Oh yeah,
Entertaining. It wasn't even really interesting. It was just so funny.
Entertaining, yes.
Yeah.
Yes. It was hilarious.
Yes. Oh God, man. The fact that he just couldn't keep his mouth shut. It was just so funny to me. He was just like, no, you're stupid. No, you're
dude.
ugly.
I wonder. I wonder. I wonder if he did that just because he thought they might cancel the follow-up debates.
I thought he did just to piss off Biden, get him to say, hey man, look at here, man. Look here, let me tell you
follow-ups
something.
are going to be remote, right? Aren't
Well,
the,
yeah, but
other ones.
Trump canceled the second one.
Well, Trump said he wouldn't do it.
I thought he actually committed to saying he's not going to do it, because I heard him kind of hovering that around like he might not, but
I mean,
he said he's going to do a rally instead.
That's what he said. He's gonna. Yeah. I'm not going to debate you. I'm just going to have a rally.
Well, I kind of get his point. I mean, they're supposed to be in-person ones, and then they just made the decision themselves. Like, well, Trump had COVID, so we can't have the next one. He's like, well, what? Like, I'm fine. I'm over it. I'm good. You know,
I'll just like stay on the other side of the fucking stage.
Apparently, like, because they don't want to catch the sniffles or something.
It seemed like he was trying to out alpha Biden, and just sort of like, interject or impose his dominance. It wasn't really a debate as much as it was almost like UFC kind of face off, where they're just trying to, stick their nose in the other guy's face and like stand just a little bit taller than the other guy. It's
Dude, there's
like
never a debate where anybody is trying to convince anybody of anything. Maybe the audience, but they're definitely not trying. They're definitely not doing it for expanding knowledge and having like a good conversation about anything. Like, have you ever seen dude, I gotta play this. I found this video. Have you ever heard of the CEDA debate style? Is it okay if I play this? It's just audio.
It might not come through. It might not come through the Zoom link. We have problems.
I think it'll come through.
Okay, well, let's see.
This is like a debate style where like you have to talk really, really fast to get points in, because you win if the other side doesn't like at least address all the points that you bring up.
So you can just talk really fast?
Yeah. So they just get guys who can do like the auction voice.
Yeah.
And they just get on stage and just fucking crush it. So check this
so
out.
stupid. Yeah, yeah.
What?
That's how he breathes. He just goes.
Oh, what the
Why?
fuck, dude?
Why is this a thing, dude?
Dude, look at
Why
that.
is that a thing?
This should be the presidential debates to me.
Yeah, imagine Biden can barely speak like normal sentences, dude.
We gotta up his amphetamine dosage. I think.
Oh
he
yeah.
there.
Yeah,
You got to put him on like fucking 5 times the amphetamine that he's normally accustomed to.
Do you see how bug-eyed he was though during that?
My God.
Oh God, dude, he was on.
Dude, he just kept it wasn't. It was bug-eyed versus and like alternating between like this, like just staring into the sun,
Yeah.
just like what the fuck, dude? What is wrong with you, man? Just die already. Come on.
So how did you find out about this style of debate? How did you like?
Just like looking up debates and stuff like this, I'm looking up like debate formats, and I come across this
Eric
one,
is just
and I was like,
balls deep in the internet, dude.
I'm like, yeah, pretty much, dude. I'm very online, terminally
very
online.
Terminal.
And I was just like, oh, dude, I have to look this up. And I just like sometimes what I do is I'll just like type in Google like Reddit and then like CEDA debate, and then I just like found a link for this guy. I was like, you have to see this. Like, this is ridiculous.
Damn.
And they won. So they won that debate.
Well,
like, why is it better? Why is that a better? Like, who came up with this?
do people watch this? Is there like a crowd? Is it like bowling where you're like, wait, who the fuck goes to a bowling match?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
You just like give people
Fucking
tickets on the
amazing.
side of the road. They're like,
I couldn't
hey.
understand a thing he said.
I know.
Me
And then
neither.
the
No.
I guess that just makes the other side fucked. You could slow it down and you can hear him though.
Is it actually good points? Is it like
No, you know
Like
what?
if
The
you slow it
points don't
down?
even have to be related. The points don't even have to be related to the actual debate. They just have to. The other side just has to address them all. It's the most retarded.
so?
form
It's
of
just like
debate
you
that
just have
exists.
to understand the other person and then you win. But if
I
you
guess.
can't, you lose.
I guess so. I guess so.
Wow.
This is how our country should be run. Is
Yeah.
this.
mean, as long as we're getting
we just have auctioneers.
We just
have
elect
auctioneers that run the country.
And auctioneers and like car salesmen that just run the country now.
Well, I mean, we already do have a salesman in the White House, so
yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
It'd be nice if they had some other categories like physical fitness or some,
like what if it was like a beauty pageant kind of thing where they had to like
go out on the stage.
Yeah,
well, remember
they gotta like flex. They gotta like
bathing suit, bathing suit portion.
We have to see your nipples.
Like
old
old
president's nipples.
How the nips doing?
In the movie Old School, like they had to like do all those different tests to like keep their fraternity on. I can't remember what all the
like
categories
when Will Ferrell
were,
just like he just like fucking knocks off and just comes back is like
that was like that was the debate portion or whatever. But they also had like a gymnastics phase, something like that. I mean, if we're really gonna make this entraining,
Well, I need to know that my overlord has physical fitness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't want to entrust my freedom to some fucking weak sauce bitch.
Speaking of that old school, going back and watching that after like learning about economics, the part where Will Ferrell just starts like going off and he's like, "Oh my god, I blacked out. What happened?" I was like, "He's wrong and everything." I was like, "He's wrong."
Was it just some Keynesian nonsense?
I think it was about like automation or something like that. Yeah, and I was like, "Oh my god,
automation." Damn.
Yeah, I forget exactly what. You go back and listen to it, but anyone who knows anything about Austrian economics is like, "Wow, that's stupid."
I joined an Austrian economics group. It's been kind of cool.
Which one is it called?
It's called Austrian economics.
Oh, all right. Fuck you! I'm a part of that group. All right. God damn it! I thought there was another
group. Fills in all 30 of them.
I am. I try to be.
They're all called Austrian economics. They have the same name
because they're not creative and they can't think of anything else but Austrian economics.
It's called actual Austrian economics.
Oh god,
I missed that. I was in a phase, not 10 years ago, 5-6 years ago. I was reading a lot of that literature, and now I just argue like stupid shit on Facebook all day. I don't read books anymore. I'm kind of lost. I missed that.
Dude, well, don't go to Twitter, man. It's even worse.
Yeah, that's what I hear.
Awesome. Just for shit posting, nothing ever gets
you
done.
can just follow.
No one learns anything.
Like mildly racist shit all day.
Well, I heard Joe Rogan attacked video games. He said that video games are a problem. He said that people are wasting so much time, and he's like, you can get into jiu-jitsu and you can like advance through the ranks. You can get a lot better. You can get in great shape. You can start a gym. You can make a living at it. And he's like, video games, like the new game comes out and you're just sitting there wasting your time. And I was thinking about that for social media. I mean, I have like a 1 hour and 15-minute limit on Facebook every day that I ignore the limit reminder like 20 times every single day. I'm averaging, last week was over 3 hours a day of screen time just on my phone, not even, counting all the time on the computer.
Wait, you don't even want to know mine.
No, this was just screen time in general. So it could have been.
You don't even want to know mine.
Phil, I already know yours. It's like
so bad.
Probably like 8 hours, dude.
It's 8 hours.
Are you serious, Phil? This is not healthy for us.
That's why my wife wants a divorce. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh Jesus.
It's
time to stage an intervention for Phil.
Oh man, yeah, you gotta.
But you guys understand? I don't have a computer though. I don't have like a laptop. I do everything on this phone right now. That I'm like, I create all of my logos. I do all my Zoom meetings. I do podcasts. Mm-hmm. I do sharing and stuff. It's all on this phone. So that's half of it right there. I would say.
Do you at least have like a dock, like one of those docks that you can just plug your laptop in, and then it's like a computer now, and like you have a fucking keyboard, the bigger screen.
No,
that kind of shit.
No. Just my phone and my fat fingers.
So crazy, dude.
Things. Yeah,
8 hours a day, Phil. I mean, that is absolutely ridiculous.
I mean, I do get up early, and I do.
Imagine the novels you could be writing, dude.
Well,
imagine
I've been trying.
The music you could be
that's
composing.
Another thing. I've been trying to write articles lately, so I've been doing that.
Oh.
Yeah, I try to, but then
nice.
I don't know.
You got any that we could read?
Yeah, can we read them aloud?
No, not yet.
That's for the after hours.
I just feel
Stay tuned.
I just feel like no one cares though. Like I feel like I'll
$1 a month.
Oh yeah, I get real impassioned to write something. I'm like writing it down. I'm like, who the fuck's gonna care about this but me? And then I just stop, and then I'll be like, no.
Dude, you're trying to write articles. I'm trying to read your articles.
Yeah, dude.
But I can't.
All right. Well,
and it's your fault.
Get over your low self-esteem and just write that shit, bro.
Right, it is. I feel like I'm like such a shithead. I'm like, I hate myself. Nobody likes me. Everyone thinks I'm stupid and fat and just.
But you're on 2 podcasts, so come on, just write a fucking article.
Those can all be kind of true, but you can also still have people who at least want to read your articles. Would you do it under a pen name or would you do it under your real name?
No, do it on my own.
Well, he's Otto now.
Yeah, well, that's
his pen name.
Phil died a year ago. Oh, speaking of which, you know what's funny about that is that was a year ago, 2 days ago.
Huh.
So think about the coincidence. 2018, we get banned off of Punk Rock Libertarians off of Facebook. Then literally a year later, almost to the day, I get banned. Phil gets banned from Facebook for good
on National Coming Out Day. Interesting.
Right.
Which, by the way, I'm honored that you would have me come on your show on National Coming Out Day.
That's why we have
very
you on, dude.
sweet. It's very sweet of you.
Can you take a few minutes to talk about the LGBTQ plus RXYZ community for us?
LP Cube GB.
Yeah, the
party.
It's like a pie chart. No, but fucking yeah. But think about.
But I have
an
N on the end of it. That's me.
Yeah. But yeah. So I've been my face or what is it? The screen time, whatever. It's I'm doing tons of shit. I'm doing way too much stuff on my phone, but it is way too many hours. But I do stay up way too late, and I get up early, So I just don't get enough sleep. I think that's my main problem.
Sleep is way too important for me, man. I cannot get. It has to be like 8 hours.
Wow.
If I get like consecutive 8s for a while, I could spare a 6, and I'd be fine. But a few 6s, dude, and I'm in the hole. I'm gonna be dead in the water, dude. Not worth a shit all day.
I got 4 hours sleep last night.
4 hours?
4 hours,
yeah,
dude. I wouldn't be able to function at all.
What are you, 25 years old?
Yeah.
Fucking getting 4 hours of sleep.
Yeah.
It was funny. Well, the problem was I got a nap. That was I got like an hour nap, and then I was like, fuck. And then I drank, and so that I was like, I've been craving Diet Dr. Pepper for the longest time, and it's out everywhere. Like everywhere I went to, it was out. I guess because there's a Dr. Pepper shortage. Literally, there's literally a Dr. Pepper shortage.
It's like Dr. Pepper and toilet paper.
So I didn't even think about it. I just went to 7-Eleven and they had
the most Phil thing I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah, right, it is.
Yeah. Where is Bergman? When do you need him?
Like going in the middle of the night to the Haitian station to get Dr. Pepper, and they're all out.
Hey, it was 10 o'clock at night.
We don't have Haitians in Maryland, dude.
But no, so I went to 7-Eleven, I got it, and I ended up drinking 2 bottles of it while I was watching The Boys. I was just watching I haven't even seen the first season, so I was like, I just want to get through it, and I was just casually just kept drinking Diet Dr. Pepper. I was like, and it was around 1 o'clock. I was like, oh my god, I just had all this caffeine and I had a nap, and I'm like, fuck, I'm screwed. I didn't end up going to bed at like 4:30. It was like 4:30, and I got up at like 9, something like that. Yeah, it was fucking brutal. But I'm good though. I'm good. I can function off of a little bit of sleep.
I'm with Derek on that one, man. I
love sleep. Don't get me wrong.
I need at least like 7 to 8 hours. Like 7 is, I'm not going to feel great, but I'll be able to function and do my job. But like less than that, damn, I'm going to need a lot of caffeine to get through the day.
You guys go to bed at like the same, because they say you're supposed to go to bed at the same hour every night and wake up at the same hour every night.
I'm pretty much like I'm between like 10:30, 11:30.
Wow. I have a reminder that buzzes at midnight every night to go to bed.
Get the fuck to sleep.
Which I usually ignore and stay up. But
what time do you get up, Kyle?
Usually like 8. So if I sleep 8 to midnight to 8 is 8 hours.
Yeah, that's fine.
But I'm usually up till 1.
Fuck that.
You have to get up at 5:45.
I used to have to. Whenever I was like commuting to work and I had this schedule, it was like really early to get there really early so I can get out really early.
Yeah.
And yeah. So I was like, all right, I'll fucking do that. I'm going to get out early. Because like you can't go to the bank, dude. I work more hours than the bank is open. Like it's impossible to like do things sometimes.
Yep.
Dude, government employees work like 3 8-hour shifts a week. You know what I mean? And make a living. Like what in the fuck? Like people at the clerk of courts and stuff. That's ridiculous.
Well, yeah, I mean,
are courts even open right now? Like,
Yeah.
Well, I'm in Florida.
They're like by appointment only for around where we are. Like if you want to, get a form filled out, or like I just had to get my driver's license renewed.
How do they do like traffic court?
Oh, I don't know.
They just like line people up?
I think they're still doing that.
They've got to still be doing that.
Well, yeah. How else are they going to make money?
Yeah, that, and I mean criminal courts.
Well, yeah, criminal. I'm saying traffic court though. That's not criminals. I mean, unless they're like killed somebody with their car. But I don't think they go to traffic court, do they?
I don't think so.
Oh God, maybe if you're a politician, maybe.
All right, what's the next topic? We got.
What? It's my sleep habits for boring you, Kyle. Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, I want to know more about sleep, dude.
No, I want to get to some of these other. I want to get to some of these other topics.
All right. So what do we got? What sparked your interest?
All right. You know what I want to talk about?
Okay.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. Let's do the kidnapping.
All right. Yeah. So I guess there was a kidnapping plot foiled.
Allegedly.
There was a group planning to kidnap Gretchen Whitmer, the governor of Michigan, allegedly for her tyrannical lockdown measures.
I fuck her.
All right. Well, that's not saying that much, but all right.
Hey.
Jeez,
wait, didn't you say? Wait, who did you say that you would fuck that we were all ragging on you for?
What is she was running for? She was Democrat.
She was running for president. Oh, what was her name? The bitch one, like the super bitch one. Klobuchar.
Yeah, that's my girl Clovey.
I think you also said that you would fuck Nancy Pelosi at some point. I swear to God, I
think he was joking about that though.
Have some standards, Phil. Jesus, come on.
She's stacked though, dude.
She does have some knockers on her, but gross.
They probably hang so low.
She rolls them up into her into her pantsuit.
She's got a fucking super wonder.
She looks good whenever she was younger. Not bad.
Yeah.
That's what AOC's gonna look like when she gets older. Just like stacked old
True.
Horse teeth. No, fuck her. I mean, I would. Still,
okay.
But I wouldn't be happy about it.
You wouldn't be happy about it. You'd be just frowning the whole time.
Right. It's like, ugh. All right. I guess.
So with this
disgust fuck.
Yeah,
is that a thing? Do we have hate fucks? Is there such a thing as a disgust fuck?
You got them now.
You're so disgusted.
I think you just named the podcast title there.
That's what my wife does with me. She disgust fucks. Oh,
I think that's going to be our podcast title.
You have to take drugs for this.
Yeah, sounds about right.
So, anyway, all right, Kyle, tell us what happened.
Well, I just have been hearing different reports about who these people were. I've obviously heard that they're Trump supporters, that they're a right-wing militia, and then the right wing is saying that they are left-wing anarchists. And so, which is interesting to me because I'm involved with the anarchist community, usually arguing with it. But so I'm just curious. I'm just curious who these guys were. The one guy, he had like an anarchist flag in the background of a video that he made.
I saw that thing.
And he was saying something about how like government has no authority to rule and things like that. So I was like, okay, are all the other guys like this guy, or is he the exception?
I think I have it figured out.
Okay.
I think I have it figured out.
Here we go.
The
Phil Conspiracy Corner.
So what I'm thinking is these guys are just kind of like run-of-the-mill, like anarchists. I don't even know if they put much thought into it. Maybe they have, but the whole thing about what comes from, are they right-wing or left-wing? All that stupid bullshit narrative is you have these boomers who are like, he said fuck Donald Trump. He's Antifa.
Right. They cannot see beyond the paradigm of the two-party system.
That's what this all comes down to.
They have to be one of those two.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what this comes down to. And then of course,
on
the
Antifa
left,
or they're patriots.
It's like they had guns. They were white supremacists because that's all people who have guns are white supremacists. That's leftist mentality. So that's how I'm ruling this up. I think they're just run of the mill, like, because apparently there's now
just your run of the mill guys who try to kidnap governors.
hey,
just your average Joe trying to.
They would rule if that was run of the mill.
Trying to overthrow the government.
Well, they were trying to arrest her, from what I was hearing, and a sheriff.
Yeah, they wanted to
said that that what they did was probably not that illegal.
Really? Because originally I had heard that they were trying to like kidnap her and
Kyle,
take her to some other state.
In your research, did you ever find out how they caught them?
Yeah, it was a confidential informant. So someone in their
mole,
someone in their group was allegedly feeding the FBI.
Guy who was like, "Hey,
oh shit!"
The guy who was like, "Hey, what if we kidnap the governor?" And they were like, "Oh yeah, bro."
That's how it happens sometimes.
That's how it always happens. It's the FBI,
That's how it
man.
always happens, dude.
God damn it!
I did hear that it was a pretty sophisticated plot, that they were involved. They had some sort of distraction plan. They were going to attack a police barracks or something like that. I don't know. But I think I did hear, if that CI wasn't there, that this may have very well may have happened. You know, I
think it's the other way around. I think if the
foiled again.
If the CI was there, this would not have
FBI foils FBI plot.
Right. Yeah. This guy probably is the one who came up with the sophisticated plan. You think these?
Yeah, he was probably talking to all his like.
That?
He was probably out talking to his supervisors like, "Can you give me like something to give these guys?" And they're like, "Here's our other plan that we had for this other thing. Just modify it."
Yeah. So it's sort of an entrapment scenario where they actually,
of course,
that's usually how it happens.
I don't know.
Like they find some like half retarded guy and they're like,
"That's how they
you want to blow up this building,
like,
right?"
Drug dealers and stuff. You know what I mean? Like they get involved in like a drug ring and then do this like big fucking heist to bust them on some big thing,
right?
To charge them to the fullest extent that they possibly can. We caught them in the act, and we have all the the fucking material right here.
Right.
Well, it's well, I mean, you think about it now.
How many guys was it too? It was like 9 people, like 9 dudes.
Was it 9? I thought
it was like 5. A lot.
I saw a picture of 5, but
some, like, frat.
I think there could be more than that.
I think I saw like 4 and 4. It was like 2 rows of 4. Maybe it was 8 people. I don't know. It seemed like a decent amount of people. Yeah, but everybody was calling them a militia. They had been doing like armed training, and like, I don't know, like they were like building bombs and shit like that. Like
13 men were charged, many with troubled pasts. So there you go, 13.
Well, I like how militia is suddenly like a fucking dirty word. Like it's like means the same thing as terrorist now, when it's literally in the fucking Constitution.
Well, that's what they did. Well, that all started.
They completely flipped it.
Dude, it's so crazy. It's like
that was the FBI's plot. What they did, where they switched around the narrative back in the 90s, where they made Timothy McVeigh out to be this. Oh, he's just a militia guy. These are the militia. When he actually he was just a rogue neo-Nazi who was kicked out of several other militia groups for being a neo-Nazi.
Dude,
it's weird how that switched.
It did switch. Like I saw a Reddit post like just yesterday, I want to say, where it was like it was all of the terrorists from like the 9/11 bombings, this thing, and it was just basically complimenting them on how well groomed they were and like how good their hygiene was. It was so weird. Of course, that's basically what fucking Reddit is these days. But it was just like we've come so far. Like it is completely backwards. Like from basically like Muslim terrorists. Now it's like white militant guys, and they're just like pieces of shit, and they're like dirty. I mean, I am pretty dirty, whatever, but you know. What the fuck?
So you're saying like the white militia guys now like the Muslim terrorists.
Yeah, it's like of the left or whatever. I guess it's like because that's like the dominant thing now. I thought for sure that whenever Trump got elected, we were gonna get like good punk rock, and then like the left was just I don't know, like we were gonna have like right narratives everywhere, and then like punk rock was just gonna be like it was during Bush. But
great. Yeah.
Now it's left narratives and punk rock is gay as fuck now.
I don't know. I gotta hit back with you on that, man. Do you like Strike Anywhere?
No, I don't know.
I fucking love
Red
Strike
Pill
Anywhere.
Me.
Maybe.
Strike Anywhere just had this new album they put out. It's the first one they put out since like 2009 or something. It's called Nightmares of the West. And it's fucking amazing. It's a really good album. It's like a little EP, I think, actually. But it's awesome. I would recommend. I have not been able to stop listening to it.
Huh.
And it's only like 7 or 8 songs.
All punk is to me is just to be like ugly and retarded on purpose. And then something happened where like they have to be inclusive and like I know there's always been that thing where it's just like you're not punk if you have a white collar job and you fucking do whatever, right? There's always been that kind of shit.
Yeah.
But now I'm seeing like, you're not punk if you're a racist, homophobe, bigot, like whatever. It's just like, what the fuck are you talking? Like, who fucking cares about that stuff? When did I don't know, man. Like, what happened to like skinheads? Like, they're gone. No one is a skinhead anymore, I don't think. So like,
no.
The punk scene has really just been purged over time to just kind of be a homogenous thing, and it's just so weird to me.
Like, I mean, yeah, you're right. There is that element where, like, since all the skinheads went away, they stopped coming to shows. It's now like you can't be that. Like, you have the whole media and educational system and
Very
everything
inclusive.
Against you.
Very inclusive scene now.
So they have like this bit where they're just like, well, now the new Nazis, they turned in their shaved heads for their red hats, and you need to watch out for them. Like, I can send you this. There's a band, this fucking amazing band called Turning Point. They're an old hardcore band, and the lead singer actually ended up breaking straight edge and dying of a heroin overdose back in 2002. But they got back together and they had a bunch of like different lead singers for each song. And this one guy just went on this huge fucking rant about Donald Trump and about how they're the new racists at shows. These, like, what? Like, I've been to shows. There are none of these Trump guys at shows. Like, they're not there. Like, when there was shows. Like, it's just like this imaginary phantom that they have to keep on writing songs about and talking about, like, as if it's like about to break down the doors, but it's just not there. It's in your fucking head, man. Like, all this shit. There's no racists at shows. Like, there's none. Like, I've been to hundreds of shows and not one racist was there. But yet I've been to plenty of shows where they talk about racism and how we need to fight the racists who try to come into our shows. They're not over there. Like, that shit, that is a dumb narrative.
Just
but
nostalgia
anyway,
at this point. They wish it were true, though.
Yes, they're like willing it into existence. And so now they have Donald Trump. They go, oh, there's the Nazi.
Well,
there's
it feels,
Nazi
it feels good to have some enemy to fight against.
Right, dude, the whole reason why we have the Proud Boys right now is because of Anthony Cumia being racist and getting fired from the Opie and Anthony show. That whole dude, everything that's going on right now, it's like we live in a universe where Opie and Anthony getting kicked off has basically like contributed to where we are right now. Like,
wait, how does Anthony Cumia relate?
Oh, dude, all right, I'll tell you.
I know where you're going.
It relates to that. It relates to so
wait, is
much
this
stuff.
the whole scenario where he was like photographing somebody and then they flipped out on him and then he said something?
Okay, so basically he got into a fight with a black trainee on the subway in New York City, and he was trying to take pictures of him. Right. And then the guy got all mad, and everybody on Twitter got really mad, and he's like saying racist shit on Twitter. And then that was the impetus of him getting fired from the Opie and Anthony show, as if he's not racist as fuck. Like, that's part of the show, you know, all the time. But that's what he got fired over. Then he goes on to create Compound Media, brings Gavin McInnes on board, and then Gavin McInnes uses his position on Compound Media, gets tons of subscribers already whenever he joined, to create the Proud Boys. And now they go on, and now they're fighting in the streets with the same SJWs that got Anthony Cumia fired for being racist on Twitter. Right. They just formed an army.
Isn't Gavin McInnes kind of doing a troll too with that, or does he legit believe in that?
He's distanced himself from it. Like, it started out, like, as I was watching his show whenever he started it, and it started out, it was like a drinking club. Like, he liked the hazing thing. He liked the drinking aspect. He just wanted like men to be men, and so yeah, he just kind of, and the Proud Boys thing was
for like older men.
Correct, but the Proud Boys thing was meant to just be a gay joke. It was like from this like, proud of your boy, I'll make you proud.
Yeah, we talked about that on
Aladdin, maybe.
We talked about that on the last episode.
Yeah,
really?
The funniest fucking thing ever.
They chose it because it was like the gayest song ever, and it was just hilarious to them. So that's just why that's why it is. I don't know. So it was all a joke. It was just a joke,
right?
And then it got, you know, I don't know. It got like the whole Western chauvinism thing. They became like Trump tards because Gavin turned, you know, basically from a libertarian to like a fucking Trump idiot, a Trumpertarian as he calls it, which is, I don't even know what the fuck that means.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, man. Yeah, Opie and Anthony is in general just like, I don't know, rippled into our reality and changed everything. It's the reason why we are in the world today in a weird way. Like,
really think so? You think that was a catalyst for all this?
Oh, there's other shit too. Like, that's the reason why Breitbart got killed. I think it was because of Opie and Anthony. Ultimately,
wait, how is that? How does that?
Okay,
make sense?
let me explain this, and I'll shut up for a while because this is interesting too. There's so much lore in Opie and Anthony. There's like, all right, so they had Breitbart on their show a couple of times. They were kind of like friends with him. And
wait, which people from Breitbart? Like the
Breitbart? Yes, himself.
Oh, wow.
And he was already kind of like doing investigative journalism and stuff like that. And he had broken this Anthony Weiner story about him like being basically a pedophile, and they were joking about it on Opie and Anthony. Like they weren't no one was supposed to know right now. You know what I'm saying? But Breitbart kind of fucked up, and they basically ended up leaking this information and like these pics and stuff. And not long after that, Breitbart was killed. He was poisoned, basically. I believe he was poisoned.
He got killed.
Yes. He died of what's the official story? Heart complications or something? I don't know. I actually believe he was poisoned personally. But I think it all has to do with this Anthony Weiner shit. Dude, that dick pic that was leaked, like we've been just living in an entirely different universe than the one the elites intended. And I blame Anthony. I love Anthony Cumia, but I don't know.
You think that dick pic thing was like just like a complete just change of reality? Just fucking
that one dick pic, dude. Must have been a hell of a dick,
dude. Must
it
have
was
been.
like the pebble. It
of-
was the pebble that redirected the whole river, right?
Yes, dude.
What was that original? What was the context of that originally? Was it like he was running for some position and that destroyed him, or what? Or he was already like a governor somewhere, or what was his deal? Or senator? What was it?
I can't remember.
I think he was senator.
He was senator.
Mm-hmm.
And that just like trounced his whole.
Yeah, all I remember from Anthony Weiner, like whenever that shit really got hot around that time, this was like obviously after Breitbart had died.
Well, there was like a time when it kind of had a resurgence because of like his wife or whatever, and her relationship with Hillary Clinton, and then like
and that was
happened with that.
That was supposed to be the nail in her casket.
Yeah. And the emails.
Yeah, dude. Oh my God. I saw Hillary tweeted something. I say Hillary, but probably her team or whatever. It's just like every time someone mentions me or says crooked Hillary or mentions the word emails in my name or something like that, like somebody a Biden voter is born. What the
An angel gets its wings.
Yeah. That's the most ridiculous shit, dude. That's kind of people running the DNC right now.
Lizard people.
Jesus.
Oh my God.
Goddamn lizards. Phil, we got time for one more topic?
Sure. What do you want to discuss there, my friend? What are you chomping at the bit to get at?
All right, so there's this this whole thing with the Denver shooting.
Yeah.
So
Oh, okay. Yeah. This is a great one.
So I haven't done much research into this, so I'll just make a bunch of assertions here.
That's all I ever do.
Yeah, that's
just fine.
It's we used to call it assertion basement when we were in the basement.
Any basement I'm in is assertion basement. It's like it's like Air Force One.
More like ass insertion basement.
Right. Anyway, so it's like any plane that the president is on is called Air Force One. It's like any basement I'm in is assertion basement.
Assertion basement.
Anyway,
so from what I gather, there was some sort of protest happening in Denver, and then there was a counter protest with so the original protest was some BLM kind of thing, Antifa thing, and then there was a counter protest with a bunch of like patriot prayer guys or something like that.
I think they were like bikers. That's what it looked like in the video.
They were I mean that's kind of what those guys look like. But
no, that was the original protest. The original like rally was for the president. Jesus. There was a black group that marched in DC at the same yesterday as well. They marched in DC. It was like black group for Trump, and they were like screaming back the blue, and they're all wearing Trump shirts and stuff, and they're walking down in DC. So I think it was like I don't know if it's coordinated, but it appeared to me that because I saw it pop up in different cities while I didn't pay attention to it much, except for I just kept seeing like News to Share was there. and they were in DC filming it, and so that popped up my feed. And then I saw pictures on Twitter. So I assumed that like yesterday everyone took it upon themselves to go tell how much they love the police and Trump. So I didn't really pay attention to it until this happened.
Yeah. So from what I gather, the story is now that one of these Trump supporter guys that was involved in this rally or whatever pepper sprayed a guy, a private police or private security guy from a news organization, and that guy had a gun and shot him and killed him. And that's what I've heard is the official story at this point. There's a video now. I've only seen the freeze frame where it's like you see like the cloud of like fucking orange shit. And
I heard it was bear mace.
Just,
it was bear mace. Yeah. Did you see the shell? The shell was like, the shell was like in the picture. His like they were saying that his body was dead, but he didn't know it yet because like you see in the picture was taken exactly. The shell is like up in the air about like 8 inches away from the gun, and at this point, like the bullet has already gone through him, but he's still spraying, and he's like dead at the point of this picture. It's insane. So so there's a video that led up. There was a black guy who was wearing a Maj Touré Black Guns Matter shirt, and he's screaming at the guys like "fuck around and find out." Fuck around and find out, and he's just yelling at these guys, and they're like "fuck you," and they're just going back and forth. It's like typical shit, and like they're all kind of like bucking, like "oh hey man, I'm gonna throw a punch," or something. They were doing that type of moves, and all of a sudden this guy comes up. It goes right off the screen. You see it like another guy comes up, and you hear the spray, and you look over, and this dude's head just gets like pops back in, and the video ends there. And then another video takes place as the shooting, but from across the street. And so while this is all happening, so during this happened, the guy in the Black Guns Matter shirt, he's screaming at the top of his lungs, like, "Hell yeah, one last white supremacist. Hell yeah, hell yeah." And he's like screaming it. It was crazy. But like, so he got bear maced, and apparently he is a private security guard for the local news photographer. It wasn't even like a video camera. It was just a photographer. And he was working private security for, and he pulled out his gun and like shot him point blank for getting bear mace. Like,
did you see that guy? He had a body like Grover. He didn't look like he worked for security.
Right. And that's why everyone was saying he has a tattoo on his arm. It was like Space Invader, the old video game, like on his wrist.
He thought it was like Antifa or something.
Well, yeah, because there's an Antifa poster. It says like Space Invaders against racism or something like that.
Oh my God.
And so people are like, see, he's Antifa. And I'm like, oh God, you people fucking
So what do you think? Was he justified in pulling the trigger here, or?
I don't think so.
In the first video that you were talking about, I heard the guy cock the gun, then the spray goes off. Then within a second, the guy shot back.
So you see, like in a picture, he smacks the guy in the face, just like gives him like a little swat across the face with his, like just like the tip of his fingers, because like he was reaching. And then that's when the guy pulled out his gun, and that's when he pulled up his mace and sprayed at him, and the guy just pulled the trigger and killed him.
So he attacked first, and then the guy pulled his gun, and then he pulled out his mace,
shot him in the head.
Yeah, wow. Right through. Yeah, it's insane.
Yeah, but if that guy lands that mace on you and incapacitates you and you have a gun, he could easily get that gun from you and turn it on you, right?
I'm sure that's probably what he's thinking, because it's a heated situation. And also the guy is pointing a gun at him already, and then he sprays mace at him and he just fucking pulls the trigger. So I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying
both sides are going to claim self-defense here, right? Or could claim self-defense.
He's being charged with first-degree murder too, by the way.
Oh, the shooter is. Oh,
yes.
Yeah, I don't know. I think there's a case. I think there's a case to be made for some degree of self-defense here. I mean,
I'm sure that's what he's going to try and plead on, and I think he should try to.
Yeah.
Well, all the leftists are like that I'm running into. The left liberals.
Well, hold on. The original story that I saw, and this was before it came out, was like some guy with a fucking hammer and sickle emoji on his Twitter handle was like an anti-fascist just killed a right-wing protester in Denver after he was attacked. That was what I saw, was that it was an Antifa guy with a gun that killed someone that was attacking him. And my first thought was like, if that's true, then, and he was being attacked, then okay, good for him. Like, fine. But yeah, it ended up not being that.
How stupid do you have to be to bear mace somebody who has a gun pointing at you?
Well, that's what I'm saying, dude. What It's the same thing with the Kyle Rittenhouse thing. It's like, what are you doing, like charging after a dude that has a gun?
I'm reminded of that scene from
so true.
From Indiana Jones, where the guy has like the machete, or whatever, the sword.
The best way.
He's whipping the sword around, and then Indy just blows him away.
By the way, that was improvised.
Yeah.
Oh no way.
That was improvised.
Yeah, it was improvised. Yep.
Huh.
Yeah, originally he was supposed to actually
That's
fight
a classic scene too.
and instead he was just like, nah, fuck that.
So
He just did that as a joke.
Yeah, and they were like, oh, that's way better. We're gonna just keep that shit.
Never bring bear mace to a gunfight, right?
Right. Well, that's what all the leftists are saying. They're like, well, see, like, he fucked around and found out this guy deserved it, blah, blah, blah. Right? That's what you guys said about Kyle Rittenhouse. I'm like, well, Kyle Rittenhouse is a different situation.
That was
He was trying to run away from a crowd of people who were trying to murder him. They were all trying to kill Kyle Rittenhouse. They swung at him with the skateboard in his head, and then they pulled a gun on him, and they also threw a brick at him. So it's like he had a right to shoot back. Like this guy, I don't think he had a right to shoot him in the head.
Yeah,
with bear mace.
Given the info we have now, like I'm a little more sympathetic for Kyle Rittenhouse, but I don't know, man. If you have a gun and you're in a tense situation, somebody shoots bear mace at you, I don't know. I'd probably pull the trigger. I mean,
Yeah, especially because that the guy is already holding the gun at him with his fingers on the trigger. You get bear mace shot, at least you're gonna squeeze.
But my thing is it was a group of people behind him. That's like the first rule of shooting is know what's behind your target. And there was a whole bunch of people behind him that if he did get he did get maced, why would you be firing blind? You know what I mean? I think the smart thing for him to do at that point was put his gun down, run kind of back up from the mace and then I don't know, then reassess the situation. I think that just to shoot blind like that, or if you think you're about to get mace, like, oh, I'm going to shoot this guy because he's spraying mace at me. Like, I don't think that was smart. And I don't think that's something I would do. But like you said, it was an intense situation where, but it's another thing that was, this guy walked up on the scene. This guy was just arguing with this other black guy. Like that's, you know what I mean? Like, so he chose to stick his nose where it didn't belong either. And then just for him to like, I don't know, I guess he did something to provoke the guy, and the guy like kind of swat him in the face, and that's when he pulled out his gun or whatever. So I think that there was definitely he has some fault, in this situation, the shooter.
So you're saying that the shooter instigated the situation?
Yeah, he walked up. I mean, he walks up on this group of them yelling at each other. Like, and I haven't
seen the video actually. Can you send me the
video?
If
he's supposed to be security, then it kind of makes sense. He wants to get everybody to back the fuck away from what his photographer, I assume, was.
But no one was near his photographer. These two guys were just arguing. He was nowhere near the photographer. The photographer was just sitting on the sideline, just snapping pictures, and the guy had no reason to be there.
Was it his photographer that snapped the picture?
That's what I was led to believe from what I was reading. Was that it
wild.
Was. Yeah, and he has them on film shooting, and
because it is a good picture of it too. Yeah. It's like good
a great
quality
picture.
Yeah, it's like really weird.
It's intense, man. Yeah, so I think
it was planned.
Right, I know.
Agenda 21, bro.
Oh shit! Don't fuck with me, bro.
I thought it was cool that you could see the particles of the mace in the air. That was cool.
Yeah.
I mean, if we're analyzing the quality of the photograph, okay.
Hell yeah, dude. Got some artistic flourish.
Yeah. All right. I think we're at the end of this hour, Phil.
Right. Well, Derek, I'll give you a chance to plug anything you want for where people can find you.
And atone for your sins.
Yeah.
I'm good.
All right. That's cool. Thanks for messing.
I had a lot of fun.
All right. Anyway. Well, thanks for coming and ruining that last part. But anyway. No, that's cool. I'll have to read it. Anyway, so we got t-shirts for sale at libertariancountry.com, where if you use the code PRL or PRL Podcast, you'll get a 10% discount. But if you choose to spend $50 or more, use the code PRL2 and get a 20% off discount. You guys should check us out on our Patreons. We're about to go head over and do our after hours without Derek because he is
actually gay.
Yes, he is gay. So he's not welcome.
It's right in my name. It says I'm not.
All right. Well, anyway, so we're about to do our after hours podcast, where if you want to check it out, you can just give us $1 a month and you get to check that out. Or if you don't feel comfortable using Patreon, we have a website, PRLfans.com, where you can have other ways to donate to the show. I think this podcast is also brought to you by the great Moral Bob Conversations About Freedom podcast. And until next time, live free
or die.
Boom.